Good morning or good day or good sometime in there, out there, wherever you are. From in here, out here with Vivi. Vivi's going to stay for a little bit, probably just as long as we get some biscuits. Can you have a biscuit? How about getting down? Down, down. That's my good girl. Yes. So, Vivi, say good morning. Choo, choo, choo. Oh. It's Vivi's nose, anyway, huh? It's your good girl. You're a good girl. Mom says you need more room. Can she be seen?
She needs a bigger house.
Can she be seen? First slurp of the day. Happy birthday to my dad. 104 today. Were he with me? And we'd go out for ice cream. That was his thing, ice cream. And somehow he passed that on to me. Can't quite get to, you can't sleep without your ice cream. Vivi, look here. See, I gotta do this now. She's getting persnickety. She's holding out. She's like what are you, a movie star? You only stay for these wonderful people if you get a biscuit? Is that it? Huh? Come on. I feel very bad about this. Come on. Look at these wonderful people out there. Yeah, I'm going to tease you. How's that? Huh? How's that? So happy birthday, Dad. Yep. He'd be having ice cream with all of us, that's for sure. Yep. One thing he told me, he had great things. If something go wrong, he'd say, well, there must be a reason. And then we'd all try to calm down. And he taught me, he said, when I went off to the college here, he said, now if they ask you to do something, don't ask for anything in return. Slurp. Oh, man. Don't ask for anything in return. And then just don't take any shoulds from anybody. Meaning that once you do something, like I started this visiting writer series at the college, and after about 15 years, can you hear the slurping? That's slurping too. That's called Vivian at the water. Julie's playing with her toes. That's a fun thing. What are you doing? What's going on? Can you hear that? Can I be heard over the slurps? Oh, can you see how beautiful it is? Holy cow. You can barely see the pond. There's so much light. Beautiful. On the trees. It's, so then after 15 or so years, people come up and say, no, I think it'd be better if, and I go, okay, here you are. Bye. Read a great phrase from Carrie Newcomer this morning. Love is justice made public. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Sometimes you see, and it's well-intentioned, those bumper stickers, no peace without justice. Well, we better get peace without. There's not going to be justice. You can count on that. So, no peace without love. How's that? We could use that. Let's see what we have here. Vivian has been wonderful at the door. Sorry that she's gone again. She used to be so... I don't know what the deal is. Last week, there was a line in the poem about Willie Mays that I read. Ah, Willie. And it said, a wad of raisins bloomed my 8-year cheek. Well, when we were kids, we'd get raisins, remember the little pack? And and then when you'd spit, like the big leggers, they were chewed tobacco then. They don't even do that anymore, do they? But anyway, back then they chewed tobacco, and we'd put raisins in our cheeks, and then you'd spit and it would come out brown. So you'd have a wad of raisins the whole time. Let's see. This is the wonderful David James thing, but it's there. I fixed an angle. Saturday, couple things. Saturday is the memorial service from Marianne Maver. We lost her unexpectedly, and this is for Marianne and her wonderful family. Her sibs are just taking care of everything, and it's at the Douglas, our little UCC church, at 10:30 Saturday morning. I'm in one of those Sophie's Choices messes where I promised months and months ago the Oxbow Art School that and with Meredith, it's going to be fun. We've got full house, and we're going to do make a community of art, and can't give it away, but we've got some surprises. Did I have a great time last Saturday? Oh, beautiful people, again at Oxbow, and my throat's a little wake-up throaty, isn't it? Beautiful time there at Oxbow. There were people, we laughed, and people read such heartfelt things that they'd written, and to see men and women, start to read and then choke up and not quite get through it. Woo! It was a wonderful time. I've started thinking of certain household things that I do as sacred. Like if you fold laundry, and Naomi Nye has a lovely poem about this too. If you fold laundry and it's your own, but if you fold laundry and somebody else's, there's something just that can be, if you think it, wonderfully sacred about that. It really is. And just thinking of different tasks that you do during the day that you can make sacred. Well, let's see, what else do we have here? We had we're also had our 41st anniversary. Yes, we did. And today is the second day of our anniversary, of our next year's anniversary. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah. Deep breath into the day, huh? Yeah, Jesse came by yesterday and hung a painting for us. That was lovely. Painting by Nelson Ostrike. It was really big, and we needed Jesse's help to do that. So come by and take a look at that. How's our time going? Are we do pretty good? Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Sad note: we lost the great writer Jack Driscoll, and he was one of those great writers who is under the radar, not known, and he should be. He should be written up in the New York Times the other day. Was he? No. Wonderful, wonderful guy. I mentioned, I always like to mention something about my hometown. We had, I had a wonderful, and a lead into the poem with this English teacher, George Bleasby. And when I was a when I was a first year student, Wes Craven also taught it at my school. He was an English teacher, and he walked his cat before he did all the horror movies. Wes Craven was one of my English profs. So anyway, the George Bleasby, I'm a first year student, freshman back then, and I write, we had to write 3 journal entries every week, and he would look at them. And he'd maybe make a comment. So I wrote this wonderful line. It was in the fall, And I wrote these little one-page things, and I wrote, fall's autumn-colored etchings tumbled to the ground. And George wrote in the margin, I take it the leaves fell. That's called learning about writing, isn't it? 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3, hike. Yeah, we were also reading Charles Dickens' novel Hard Times, and he came in, he would ask us a question, nobody answered. He asked a second, and then a third. Nobody said a word. He said, I take it you haven't finished reading the novel. We all cringed, and he stood up. The only book he'd bring to class was the novel. He could not stand critics. And he said, I shall return when you've learned to respect Charles Dickens. And he got up and left. Did we learn, huh? Well, here's a little poem kind of about for Dad on his birthday. And you all go have some ice cream for my dad, okay? That'd be a sacred act in my book. Called The Line. There's no need to know the date. April's enough. 2 years later, my mother lay alone, and I was born, and my father lay on his cot in Belgium, or was it France? No, he was being shipped to the Philippines, lying in a hammock, sick. We're all standing in a line, the spaces between us like those between these words. When he came home, I was 2. I pointed at him and said, Dada. April's not that cruel. There are daffodils, pansies, antique blooms hold through any cold. The line we're in moves forward. It is giving to receive a handout, bread, a hat, shoes, even a book. Then he took her hand, slipped a ring onto her finger. It was quiet, she told me. There was a breeze. In April there is often a breeze. There was also a war. 2 months later, she began reading the front page, began listening to the radio. It's difficult to know anyone else in a line except the people behind and in front of you. Today she keeps a vase of dried milkweed pods and gray-brown grasses on her kitchen table. There are many lines. Some are very long. Sometimes we forget we're standing there. Then a tap on the shoulder and a nod to move ahead. Thanks for being with us. Thanks to Julie for directing us. I hope you have a good week. Try to be cheerful. Do be kind. Thanks for being with us. And Vivi, even if it's just her nose.